Hi.
All right. Hi, I'm Brenna.
I'm Molly.
Welcome to the ADHD Readers Book Club podcast. So we're laughing our heads off because Molly had some chuddy that's meant to be good for your teeth, but it didn't really taste of anything.
No, it's what xylitol in. It's going to be good.
So we got rid of them, and I gave her some airwaves, and she was like, "It's spicy."
It's spicy. It was, but to be fair, for context, I'm not very well, am I? So
No.
I couldn't breathe for 2 days. Put that in, I'm like, I can breathe.
Spicy. Oh dear me. So yeah, I just pressed record at the wrong time because she gave us a giggle. Right.
So it's still in the back of my throat now.
Oh, I love an airwaves. It sticks with you. Right.
Definitely, yes.
Right then. So today we're going to talk about a book that we were gifted very kindly by the author. I'm losing my voice. Molly's ill and I'm losing.
Oh no, this is a good start.
It's called The Devil's Bargain by Jenna Lombardo. Got the name right. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Okay, so
I can't focus because I'm going to have to blow it out.
Okay, ADHD. So
it's going to distract me the whole time.
Okay, brilliant. The dog's snoring is gonna distract me.
I know. Do you want me to kick him through?
No.
He's because he's half pug, he can't breathe.
I've also just imagined you just booting a dog. Just
there.
drop kicking him into the kitchen.
I mean, I don't do that too much.
Well,
I was about to say children. Dog.
Okay. So, first of all, this book I hadn't heard of it. No. But it was the first thing I would say, which isn't really a positive, but some people will be very into it, and I don't mean this to sound bad. I think it should have come with a trigger warning.
Yeah, like a trigger warning page or something in it.
Yeah. Because there was some scenes in it that were very graphic, especially if you've got PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, if you like horror, you like gore, you like religion, you like mythology.
Yeah.
This is
that, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a very good book for all that. It was very twisty and turny.
Yeah, there was a lot of twists in it that I wasn't expecting.
No. I feel like there was one in particular. This is not trigger warning.
Trigger warning. No.
Spoiler alert. That's the one. The twist that I really didn't see coming was the one that Elizabeth was actually Karina's mum.
Yeah, and you're usually dead good at figuring stuff out, aren't you?
There was no clues to it, at all.
No.
So, and I got a bit annoyed. I was like, I always see these things coming.
How dare you?
Yeah, there was no clues to that. But yeah, that was a big twist in the story. I saw the one coming with Mickey being the angel, Michael.
Oh, yeah. I kind of got that one.
Yeah.
Shockingly for me, because I'm usually just reading through it.
Unbelievably obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, go me.
Well done, Mom.
Yeah, but you say to me, don't you, in books and that, and you're like, how did you not see that coming? I'm like, just didn't. I just tootle along. I don't actually try and work anything out. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I love about a book. I'm like, ooh, where do they fit in? And who's this?
Yeah.
And who's that? And what are they going to do?
I did like the scene though with James when obviously he was in the pub, wasn't he? And then he ended up meeting the devil.
Oh, when they first met. Yeah. Sorry, we've gone straight into spoilers.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're just gonna spoil this book if you
Yeah, from now on in, spoilers.
Yeah. So maybe read it first if you're interested. If you like gore, horror, mythology, religion.
Yeah.
It's definitely one for you.
It's heavy on the religion as well, isn't it?
It is, which I think got me a bit confused in areas because I'm not religious.
I'm not massively religious, but it was what I struggled with is the names.
Just all the names.
Oh, yeah, and the pronunciation of them. Because I was going to you like, what's his name? Is this how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did struggle with that, but I do struggle with names and stuff, anyways.
Yeah.
Because I kind of look at them and my brain kind of makes up what it's going to be.
I'm better with a very detailed description of each character that's important. And the ones who aren't important, I prefer it to be like, person 1, person 2.
Just side quest characters.
Yeah, so you give them like a very boring name so that I'm like,
Yeah. See, I don't like, if there's too much detail, I get bored, because when I read a name, my brain already makes up a character. So if they're like wrong, so like it was in, what was it in?
I don't know.
That book I read first time.
Oh, 7 Husbands of Evelyn
Hugo. What was last one called?
Celia.
She had red hair.
Yeah, and you were like, she's brunette.
She's a brunette.
She's not.
My brain has made up my mind, she's brunette. Like, I just do that right the way through.
Yeah.
I don't know, my brain just forms a character and I just roll with it.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
Mine
just sees a blank figure until I've been given a description.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's mental.
I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
No, it's not. My brain's not braining. You're real, my brain's not braining.
I know,
what a day.
We picked a good day.
We've had to pick a day, we have childcare.
I know,
so it just had to happen. So, basically, we are going to do spoilers from now on. Yeah.
So, we were out on about when James met the devil at the bar, saying that he made a deal with him to bring his
so James is a detective.
Yeah.
He clearly has a lot of trauma, which like slowly comes out in the book that basically his son was murdered, like kidnapped and murdered.
Yeah.
And yeah, he meets the devil in the bar, which was a very good scene because I love the idea of the devil being so like almost like kooky.
Yeah.
Just like, look at me, I'll just sit here in my like.
In my mind, he was
the one off Lucifer.
The one off Lucifer, yeah. See, the show off Lucifer. In my mind, this book was about the show.
In my mind, the Mickey, who was described very differently in the book, but in my mind, he was Michael off Lucifer.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the devil wasn't, because I imagined the devil in this as being a bit more kind of like sleazy.
Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah.
Bit more like, I don't know, like you imagine like a big mouth and a big nose, kind of like sleazy. Like, you know, that big grin, that big horrible grin. Do you know what I mean? Joker. Yeah? Yeah, like a sleazy, like, ooh.
Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah. Yeah. But I wasn't that in my head.
Because I kind of wanted to like the devil. And then there was that scene, sorry, I'm jumping ahead, ADHD. There was that scene where he goes into the basement with the big brother. Who's actually the little brother? You know, the big... What's his name? The brother who couldn't...
Begin with the A that I can't pronounce. As something.
No, not his brother.
Whose brother?
The bad man. The bad man.
The bad man?
You know, there was the two brothers that kept kidnapping the girls for him.
Yeah. Can't remember what it was called. I'm awful with names.
We'll have to have a look in a minute, because in my head it's Rufus, but I don't think it's Rufus.
Rufus? It's definitely not Rufus. You have to pause it, we'll have a look.
Hector. Right. So Hector, there was the scene where Lucas, his brother, had already been killed, hadn't he?
Yeah.
By the priest?
Yeah, because, yeah.
Okay. Well, with it, Karina's in the boot. The priest kills Lucas. If you haven't read it, this will make no sense. Read it. Right. So, Hector then was in the basement with all the girls, and he'd obviously been told by Lucas, like, you're not to touch them because you'll damage them, because he doesn't
have, like, self-control,
like, this is, like, a trigger warning, massively.
Yeah.
He doesn't get off on, like, sexual stuff. He gets off on violence.
Yeah.
And pain and murder.
Yeah.
Like, that's his sexual thing.
Yeah.
And I was desperate to like the devil like I do on Lucifer. But then there was that scene where he was down there with him, like he appeared and he was like, do what you want with them.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And it proper put... From then on, I saw Lucifer as this sleazy, nasty looking, horrible man, rather than like the quirky, like, oh, I'm the devil.
Yeah, that's why you're saying, like, the devil side of him, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think in Lucifer, the TV show, I really like Lucifer, and I'm always, like, egging him on.
Yeah, me too. Like, he's got more of a conscience in the TV show, hasn't he?
Yeah, and obviously this isn't based on the TV show. This is just what reminded us of it.
Yeah.
But in this book, he was the devil.
Yeah.
But
you're seeing softer sides of him. like at the end when he was talking to, sorry, I've just skipped right to the end, but
I'll
forget.
You go for
it. At the end when they were fighting and that, he said to his brother, like, how comes you didn't look after me? Like, why didn't you come for me when I got kicked out of heaven? Like, he was sort of like a bit vulnerable there.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't you protect me?
But that's his vulnerability of himself. He wasn't bothered about anyone else's vulnerability, which again comes back to... I mean, he's the devil. He's meant to not be nice, isn't he? But I think, because in my head, in the TV show, and then obviously in that book we read, House on the Cerulean Sea, with Lucy, like, every picture of the devil, to me, is one that you almost love. Yeah. Because they're, like, quirky, and they're, like... I don't know. I so desperately wanted him to be like this in this book, though. I did, and I think that's what I struggled with in this book. So I was kind of, Speaking of which, right, in terms of sensory, because we have sensory disorder, so if you've not listened to any other episodes, we're very open about our sensory disorder.
Yeah, we are.
How did you feel, actually, with the book? Because this was printed by Amazon. Yeah. And sent to us from, like, the USA, very, very kindly for free. It was gifted, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, definitely.
And we were, like, chuffed to bits with it. But how did you feel, sort of, holding it and the feel of the actual book?
I think, in my brain, it was the size of a hardback. Yeah. So it should have been a hardback, but it was the feel of a paperback. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, with, like, a foily kind of... Yeah. It's like a gloss cover.
And it's quite floppy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Flop.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's lovely.
So for reading on the go, it was a bit of a nightmare. Like, I was trying to read in the car. But when I was at home, I sort of put it down on a cushion.
And it holds itself,
and it was holding itself, which I liked. But I probably would have preferred it if it was going to be this sort of style, either to be a proper hardback or
to be smaller. Yeah.
And be
smaller
a
and thicker.
Yeah.
And just have more pages, I guess.
Yeah. But I do like the feel of the front cover.
Oh, do you like a bit of gloss?
I like a bit of gloss.
Oh,
a bit of glossy
silky. What about the chapters? The chapters for me were a bit long.
Yes, yeah, I did struggle.
I'm bad for long chapters.
Because I think you do the same, don't you? You have a look and see how long the chapter is before you start.
And then I put myself off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
This is quite long.
Yeah.
But no, I powered through.
Yeah, and it was a good storyline.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The book itself, like the story itself. Obviously, we don't know how it's meant to be printed. Whether this is how it's usually printed.
Oh, it's come from Amazon like this. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure, but we just wanted to like cover that because to me it felt more like a cookbook.
Yeah.
I was up on it thinking, oh, what recipe will I do today? Oh, Lucifer. Put
it on the cookbook stand in the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. It shows how old I feel that I still use a cookbook and not just my phone. But like the storyline, the description of the characters, all very good. Another twist that I didn't see coming was the fact that Elizabeth's ex and Karina's dad was Mickey.
Yeah, I didn't say that one at all.
Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that one at all. I was quite shocked at that one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
So, was there any scenes in it that triggered you? Because there was a couple that triggered me, were hard to read.
I think...
Because I think even if you've not been through something, it can still be quite like, ooh.
Yeah, uncomfortable to read.
Yeah.
I think the one in the basement when they were, put the girls on there.
Yeah, they were in the cages.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the end when they'd killed them?
Yeah.
And they put basically crucifixed them.
Yeah. I struggled with that scene. I don't know why, and I think it was when the girl was still alive
on the floor.
On the floor,
when they pulled the nails out of her hands and feet.
Yeah, that made me.
And it was very sorry, I'm totally talking over your mouth.
That's all right.
It was quite graphic the way they described it. If they didn't get the hands out first, if they didn't get the feet out first, they would just
the weight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was, and the way they'd been beaten up and everything, that was very graphic for me. I didn't like, it didn't make me not want to read it, but it was just uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And I thought,
There was a bit in it, in the basement for me, when...
Sorry, that's my dog snoring.
That's Molly. That's Molly, she's ill. She's all congested, like a pug. No, the scene in the basement, what's his name? Hector,
yeah.
where he punched Lasso in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And was like that. I was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There was 2 other scenes that were very uncomfortable for me. Weirdly, the crucifixion one wasn't in my list. No.
Oh, was it not?
No. I think I'd forgot it. Yeah. Yeah. Brain can't take that. Bye.
See you later.
I'm a soft touch. There was the bit.
Oh my God. My dog snores so bad, and we were like, it's going to pick it up on the podcast, and I tried to move him.
On the sound, can't you?
Oh my God. Sorry guys, it's not me, it's not Bren, it's the dog.
It's Molly. So there was the scene where... There was that scene in the basement. There was the scene where the priest and Karina were in that old abandoned warehouse.
Oh, yeah. I warned you about that, didn't I? Because I was dead uncomfortable with that.
And she was, like, nearly raped.
Yeah.
But and then... It was quite a twisty, turny chapter, that, because it went over 2 chapters, that scene, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because she was basically, they went in this warehouse to rest and to hide. Because the priest was trying to rescue Karina, because that was, like, his...
Oh my God, my dog. I'm going to have to move him. Jesus Christ.
I'll pause it for a minute. Right, God, it's been like 15 minutes. Right. So I think I was still talking about the scene that went over 2 chapters.
Yeah. I'm saying, like I remember.
The priest was basically on a mission. What was the priest's name again? You look for that while I chat.
Vincent. Look at that, right out of the memory bank.
Yeah, and then we had Jimmy, who was the detective. Right. Vincent was on a mission to basically rescue kidnapped people.
Yeah.
Because he's a priest and...
No, his sister got kidnapped, didn't she?
Yeah.
His sister got took by... I don't know if it was by them, though, was it?
He didn't know.
Oh.
So
he was making his mission to, like, rescue girls who were getting kidnapped and that, and he was tracking them, like... Not, like, gangs down, but,
yeah, because he was... Wasn't he a soldier when she was kidnapped, so he wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
So they were on... He'd rescued Karina from Lucas and killed Lucas. They were then on the run, and little did he know that by that point, Jimmy was looking for him because of wanting... Because he'd made a deal with the devil to get his son back who'd been murdered, little Billy. And then... This is all very complicated because it was so many twists and turns.
Yeah, but didn't the devil say that to make James, like, more... What's the word? Motivated. He told them that Vincent had killed Billy, but he hadn't.
Yeah, he said he had a thing for little boys. Nasty. And then...
Nasty.
So little did he know that Jimmy was after him, the devil was after him, and by that point Hector was also after him, because Hector was after Jimmy, and with Jimmy being after him, it was all like it was like a tumbling, like, it was like marbles, wasn't it? It just kept going.
Like a Looney Tunes thing, like.
Yeah, like you just imagine it, going a bit mental. So they hid out, the priest and Vincent and Karina hid out in this warehouse. And in that warehouse, they didn't realise there was 2 very bad men also hiding out, and they attempted to rape Karina, who was 17.
Yeah, I think.
And it was a very graphic, brutal...
It was awful.
Yeah, scene. It was not nice.
Yeah, it was really hard to read.
And, like, I won't go into it in detail.
Fantastic writing, though. Because
the descriptions.
It made it so real. It was
But I think that's why it was hard to read, because you could see it happening.
Yeah.
So, like, the actual writing of it was unbelievable, but it was...
But I think Jenna's writing through this has been good. It's fantastic storyline.
Also, her knowledge of religion.
I know. It's been fab.
Yeah. So, that scene triggered me.
Yeah.
The scene where Hector was in, he went to, like, that strip joint, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, that was brutal.
And he basically paid a young woman who was, I think, so she initially said 21, but she was 18, is that right? 19,
yeah, she was young.
Like that. He basically paid her to go into, like, a back room with him. And he was trying, but obviously, as we've said, he doesn't get off on
normal
stuff like that.
Things, yeah.
And he ended up killing her very brutally, and then killing the security very brutally, and then Lucifer turned up, and it was like the devil turned up. It was very very graphic. So there was scenes in there that really were uncomfortable to read, but it would be weird if they weren't. Like, I think the idea that Jenna's had is to make it an uncomfortable read. Yeah. And, like, for anyone who loves horror and gore...
Oh, it'd be a fantastic read for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like... I've gone off horror since I had kids.
Yeah. I can't read or listen to any audiobooks where the kids go missing.
No.
And, like, I've had to... I know I'm going off topic here. There's bit like I do Instabook tours, and there's I'm on a free sort of thing, like a gifted book that I got on Kindle, and it was a It is really good though. You should maybe read it.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's on.
You're not selling it.
It's not. It has been absolutely fantastic. You know the Manchineal?
Yeah.
You listen to. It's by her.
All right. Okay.
And it's really good. But the first thing when I read what it was about a podcast about a cold case of an 8-year-old that went missing.
Oh, God.
So I was like, initially, oh no, I don't really want to read that. But once I got into it, it was good.
Yeah.
But, sorry, totally off topic there.
I'm the same though. If it's out to do with kids, and obviously in this book, the kids, and I think I was very aware that Karina in this book was only like
teenage, really, wasn't she?
Yeah, but she was only like 8 years older than my eldest.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
yeah. It's
I don't know. It felt very close to home.
Yeah.
But it was, it's so graphic, but that's because of how good the writing is.
Yeah.
There's a reason really, it's got a lot of 5 stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, on Amazon and stuff, and on Goodreads and things like that. Go on then. Throw something at me.
No, I'm just trying to read my notes who we're up to because we go back and forward, don't we? We can't
this is ADHD.
It is. You can't have a straight storyline with us.
No.
I put here. Elizabeth.
I would advise you just read it.
Yeah, it is a really good book though. Elizabeth is Mickey's girlfriend from years ago. We established that, didn't we?
Yes.
And they obviously were together.
But that literally came out by him just knocking on a door.
Yeah. I was like, no way.
But it was when Jimmy had been. Was he stabbed or shot? He was shot, wasn't he? Jimmy was shot, he went and found Elizabeth. Bear with, I'm on a.
Yeah, because she was a nurse, wasn't she?
Yeah, but she was by that point an alcoholic.
Yeah, suicidal, wasn't she? I don't know.
I think she might have been. I think so, because she was very slim, wasn't she?
Yeah,
and
suicidal, wasn't she? Because she went out to the alley, took her.
She went to try. She basically she was going into a diner where all the cops were, and she was just going to take a gun in because she knew they'd then shoot her and kill her because she couldn't do it herself. Do you remember?
Yeah.
She was talking about how she needed to die, but she didn't have it in her to do it to herself.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so like
it's back. There's a lot going on in the book, isn't there?
Yeah.
Considering how I don't even know.
To be honest, this could have been like 2 or 3 books.
Oh, definitely. Like considering there's only 350 pages or something.
It is small writing though.
Yeah. But there's so much that goes on.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it's small writing, big book.
Yeah.
So really, if it was like a normal sort of size, soft cover.
Yeah. Paperback.
Plus a soft cover. If it was a normal size one, I think it would probably be like 600, 700 pages.
Yeah, definitely. Easy.
Quite easily.
Yeah. The other scene that I didn't like was Karina's, when they went after Karina's adoptive parents.
Yeah, and they did the crucifix again. Yes.
Because you like Karina was finally got out, she finally got home, and she got home to that, like them naked on the cross things.
Yeah.
It was awful.
And so that was by Hector.
Yeah.
Because he got ahead of them.
Yeah.
And then the devil said to Jimmy that the priest had... No, said to the priest that Jimmy had done it. Or said one way or the other. My brain's gone. Can you find it? Can you find my brain?
No. Looking in my notebook for the brain. No, it's not there.
I left it at home.
Oh, we never talked about when in Karina in the warehouse she actually died.
Oh God, yeah, that was quite a big scene. That's what I meant. Right, so obviously that scene where she was raped, that's what I was going to talk about, and then I lost track because of the snoring.
Sorry.
That scene where she was nearly raped, she was killed.
Yeah.
She was thrown out of a window, wasn't she? 2 stories.
Yeah, she got pushed off somewhere high, didn't she?
Mhm. And she came back to life because she has powers in her because she's Mickey's daughter.
Yeah.
So she has angelic powers. So she came back to life, And she was basically, by this point, one of the rapists had been killed in the fight because the priest had tried to fight them off from her. And then the guy who was holding her down, wasn't he?
Yeah.
She was like, I'll give you another chance at life. And then he looked her up and down with lust, and so she killed him.
She's like, nah, you're gone.
That's she was like, I'll give you a chance.
See you later.
Yeah. God, it was
such an action-packed book.
Yeah, if you want context to this, like, you do need to read it, because there's too much to really talk about.
Yeah.
Like,
everything
it's such a journey, and there's a backstory to almost everyone in it.
Yeah.
Almost every character had, like, quite a deep backstory.
Yeah, she's done so well to get, like, the amount of backstory and the amount of plot
into one
book. Yeah. Like you say, could have easily been a series, and I would have read the series.
I think there's going to be another book, isn't there? Because
I think she's
the
got
ending.
one. Do you want me to close that?
Yeah, please. I'm being blinded.
I think she's got one coming out. Is it there?
I'll pause it 1 second.
Oh.
Go on.
Sorry, I didn't realise you paused.
Well, because you were walking away from the camera, the mic.
No, I think she's got one coming out at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely be.
And is it a follow-on from this?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I feel like with the ending of this, it's not an ending, is it?
No.
It was not final. I don't think we should talk too much about the ending, because we need to leave something for people to be shocked at. What?
My tea's cold.
Oh, yeah. I hate cold tea. It's got a horrible feel to it.
Feel?
Sorry.
A horrible feel?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It just feels wrong.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like texture. I was like, it's the same texture when it's hot.
It's not though, because it's hot.
Oh my god.
Hot and cold are different, Mom.
This must be horrendous to listen
Sorry.
to. We have so many like sidetracking.
I know.
Oh, sorry guys. We will get there.
I don't think we should talk about the ending though, because we need to leave something for people
to want to sort of.
Yeah, but the ending shocked me. I didn't see it coming.
No, I
not
didn't.
one bit. Like,
did you like James though, as a character? He was very layered for me.
If I'm honest, no.
Did you not like him?
No, did you? I wanted to like him.
Yeah, like certain things, like I felt sorry for him about Billy and that, and I really did want to like him.
So.
I know, I did want to like him, and I was sort of rooting for him before I found out, obviously, everything about Karina and that. But at the end, it just solidifies it for me, and I was like, no.
Yeah, and I get it. We'd all do a lot to get our children back.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I just couldn't like him. Who was your favourite character then?
I don't know.
Mine was Karina.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't think I had a favourite, because I like little bits of all the different characters, but I couldn't solidly say, oh, like you were my favourite sort of thing.
I am your favourite. How dare you? Yeah, I know what you mean.
We never talked about when James shot Vincent.
Yeah. All right, I got it. You didn't have to do a gun thing.
No, because then Karina goes full power, and she kind of forgets about Vincent lying there dying because she wanted to get rid of James.
Yeah, she was caught up in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she obviously kills...
so much this book.
She obviously kills James, doesn't she?
Like, this is meant to be half hour and we're 28 minutes in.
Oh my god. Like, there's still so much to talk about,
though.
I know. It ended anyways that...
No, we're not going to give away the...
No,
okay.
Karina lives with Elizabeth now, doesn't she? And Mickey ends up going back up to heaven.
And we won't say about the proper ending.
Yeah. That page, I'll just leave it that page.
Yeah.
We've talked about that and talked about that, haven't we? So
I think... Right, I'll play the little jingle and then we'll... So, I think overall, if I had to rate it out of 5, I would give it like a 3.5, 3.7.
Yeah.
Simply because it was a very, very, very good book, don't get me wrong. It was a brilliant story. But I don't really follow religion.
Yeah.
And I don't read many books like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would say that if you're into religion, you're into mythology, you're into horror and gore, it could easily be a 5.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, it was more like a 3.5.
Yeah, it depends on sort of what you're into, isn't it?
Yeah.
I put here like 3.5 to 4.
Yeah.
Like, it was between there.
Yeah.
because I did enjoy it. I did struggle with the sort of religion side with the names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the plot. But for me, I think it was, if it was stretched out over maybe a couple of books, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's because there was a lot
going on. There was
a lot,
on, yeah.
But
and
overall,
the thing is, with ADHD, keep and focus.
That's it, it's keeping track of everything. I was getting a little bit confused, but I think it's because we've got ADHD, though, that I did struggle with that. So if you are neurotypical, it maybe be easier to follow. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I did really enjoy it as an overall book.
But overall, like, I also want to, like, thank Jenna for sending us it, because it was very, very, very kind of her to send us a gifted book to review.
Yeah. All the way from America.
I know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, should we do the admin? I'm so tired, Mum. Okay, so if you want to email us with anything at all, ADHD-wise, or...
book recommendations that you want us to hear on the podcast.
Yeah. And if you send your recommendations, do like Fancast and Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Oh, yeah.
Which we didn't think to
we
do
didn't
for
this one.
Oh, god damn it.
I can't think off the top of my head.
I can't either, because, yeah. Oh, god damn it.
There's too many characters.
We'll do that for the second book.
Yeah.
Yeah, send over your book recommendations and your Kiss, Marry, Kills and your Fancasts to adhd.rbc@gmail.com.
Follow us on the Instagram at ADHD_readers book club.
Yeah, well done.
You always have to give me the underscore because my brain is like, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Am I not?
Yeah, please give us a follow. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, review the podcast, rate the podcast.
If you give us a cheeky 5-star, that'd be fabulous.
That would be fabulous. We'd be very appreciative of that. So yeah, should we leave
which
it there?
book are we doing
next week? Time? Do you want to do Verity?
This Verity episode we've recorded, how many times?
3.
3 times, and something's gone wrong every time. We've talked about it for 3 times.
I think it's all bad luck.
I know.
But I love that book so much.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we'll do Verity.
Yeah, so if you have your fan cast and your Kiss, Marry, Kills for Verity, email them over to us or private message us on the Instagram.
Yeah, we're always on there, aren't we?
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much for listening to the ADHD Readers Book Club podcast.
And we'll see you next week.
Molly's just giving me all these funny looks.